Built on the site of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome everyone to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams sitting above 500 in the early season, but only one will stay that way as we're off in Week 4. His return starts at the 5. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit! just shy of the 30.
27-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion left. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Burrow throwing out of the pistol. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. And that brings up 4th and long. The Bengals send out the punting unit. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. Fields this at the 19. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Throwing again is Lamar. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
I can promise you that is a throw. It's a quarterback when it leaves your hands. You do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB can cut off and take the other way.
Now this opening drive not going anywhere yet. Already 3rd and 10. Throw here, 3rd down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Clark Phillips with the pick.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Play action now. Burrow. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. Brought in inside the 20. And this gets the whole way down to the 11-yard line.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Give on second, it's Brown. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Bengals parlay the interception into points. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. He has it at the 33. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send it back to the line for 2nd.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. Setting up the running back screen. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Complete beyond the marker. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals pull out in front further, 13-zip. McPherson at the point after. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield.
Kickoff for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
35-yard line.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Here's the home back on the handoff. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. To the air on 3rd and long. Rolling out to his left. Finds his back complete. We got the football block, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker. 4th down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
Now, not a traditional spot we see teams going for it, but they only need a few inches. On 4th down, snap to Jackson. He's got it to his running back. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. That's a gain of 10, and staring at that turnover on downs. Instead, they pick up the 1st.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Lamar off the play fake. The left side caught by Andrews. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action. And then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Drive play straight ahead. He's still going at the 30. Up to the races, middle of the field. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a one-score game. This is Trujillo to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Ravens chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Here's Trujillo to kick it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Throwing is Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Brown on the inside give. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
New set of downs from the 37. Burrow now on first down. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. Up on the line here on second down, which is only going to make things tougher for this third down coming up. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. It's a 14-7 game. Back to the bank in just a moment. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They have it on 3rd and 5. From the gun on third down, it's Burrow. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Ooh, and he's out of bounds before he can break it upfield.
Over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Gets this one to Andrews. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. He'll get them enough for a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Another carry for him. He stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Here's Jackson to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Jackson now on 3rd. Andrews has it, working downfield. And they are all the way into that red zone.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Working inside the red zone. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And they're not going to give him an inch on this 2nd down play. Good job containing that run right at the line.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. They'll throw, 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And they're up against it. 4th down coming up. Maddox Trujillo on to handle this field goal. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. Kick by Trujillo is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Sanders now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard
line. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. And they send a man in motion. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes 2nd and 22. Burrow out of the shotgun. On the move, headed right. Called in by Arroyo on the right side. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. They send the tight end in motion. 3rd and long. Here's Burrow. That's completed right side. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He has it at the 22. And he's brought down before the return gets far. New set of downs for him from the 31. First down, here's Lamar. He's got a screen to the running back. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Play action. Here's Jackson. The left side is nabbed by Bateman. And he's brought down after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 7 on the other side. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More from M&T Bank Stadium coming up. Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Stop made by Barrett Carter.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Bengals with an extra DB out there now. Third down. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Hits his running back. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First down throw for Jackson. Dumped off to his running back. On the move into the red zone. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn a good play into a great play.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the gun, Jackson. Chased out to his right. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. All right, they need 7 here on third down on what is the 9th play of this drive. They'll air it out on third. And he scores. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take the lead just before halftime. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. This is Trujillo to try to point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Ravens push their lead to 3.
Ravens 17, Bengals 14.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Sanders now on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
At their own 20-yard line.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. Fits it through the middle. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. One final shot before the half. Throwing this for the end zone. And they will not connect. Took his shot there to end the half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ravens to the line now. First and 10. Thrown back, gets the handoff. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Blitz coming, Lamar. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Third and long for him here. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack. Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he can't find anything as he goes out of bounds. On that return.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Play action now. Burrow. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer. Extend plays. Be creative. Try different things because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
On 2nd and 10 now. It's Burrow. Completed over the middle. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. Third and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. That force, that contact, separated man from ball.
From their own side, they're going to go for this. They need about 2. Looking to throw. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Right up the gut. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Now it's Lamar. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for Mark Andrews. And now it's 3rd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Lamar now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one doesn't go far.
You know, kid, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Tackle made by Demetrius Knight.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker, and that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Has his man, it's cut by Andrews. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. Hand off to the back. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9, now 9 is what they need on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. And really one of the areas, when you watch college game to the NFL game, that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion. That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Burrow throwing out of the pistol. Looking. Yes, hit, the ball is out. But I think someone on the Bengals got back on top of that one. And yes, they did. Bengals football. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice. But kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Free inside the 30. He cuts it left. There's room to run. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals throw 6 points onto their score.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game. And that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals take the lead on that successful kick.
Ravens 20. Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
29-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Lamar back to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Finds the in route complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
And the Baltimore first down. First and 10.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. They go play fake with Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
So we're through 3 here. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever. Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here he is on 3rd and short. He's able to hit Flowers, caught. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. Lamar off to play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. So they fire for the end zone on first down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on second and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
Lamar throwing again. Buys time, rolling right. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Ravens take a fourth-quarter lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. This is Trujillo. Try to point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Ravens push their lead to 6.
Ravens 27, Bengals 21.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. Sanders now on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10. Burrow to the air now. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. Going play action here. Burrow. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. A pickup of 17. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On first down, here's Burrow. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They've got a man in motion. To the air again, it's Burrow. It's his running back. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. To throw again, it's Burrow. Oh no, the ball is loose! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And this one, not surprisingly, Brock, a loss of yards as they had to scramble to even get that football back. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Burrow from the gun. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid third down.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. To the sideline, complete, and he's got the first down as he stays in bounds.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down, Cincinnati.
All set now, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Brought in. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust, and trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
Give on second, it's Brown. He's actually going to lose yards here. They take him down at the 10-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Third and 1, Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a first and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and goal. They've got 4 chances to tie this one up. Trying the inside handoff to Sanders. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it'll be third and goal.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Running for it with Brown. The stand continues. This one doesn't even make it back to the line, Brock, and it sets up fourth and goal.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
This could be the snap that decides this game. It's fourth and goal. Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
On first down, they'll run. And he'll pull his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens up by 6.
To the 7-yard line.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Back to the well again. And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game.
2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Back to throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
You never ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
He gets it away from his end zone. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
At their own 49-yard line.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Here's Brown to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Dumps it off to his running back. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line.
And the Bengals, 1st down. A gain of 12. 1st down, Bengals.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Here he is to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle the line.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd down, give to Brown. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Need to keep this drive going. Here's 4th and inches. Throwing now. He finds it beyond the marker. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line. He'll look to throw it. Oh, put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Setting up to pass. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. One final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. One final shot here. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So it ends as a win for the Ravens. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.